Okafor, it doesn't look as if the Rivers State decision by the Supreme Court has put paid silence to what's happening in Rivers State.
When you hit an iron, maybe an iron rod, it's going to take time for the vibration to whittle down. It's going to take a while for the peace.
But there are people that have not sheathed their sword. They're still.
This is politics.
Dangling it.
You see, what you can't also rule away is that this Supreme Court judgment there must have been backdoor political meeting before this judgment. You can't rule that away from politics. After that, it's okay, this judgment is coming, but this will happen. On both sides, they won't stop playing politics. What you are seeing now is politics. They won't stop, they will continue. At the end of the day, most of the things they do is to get the public to think. The people like emotion. They want to be either here or this, either against or for. So what you are seeing now is a game. You notice that there are two basic things that were in question. The cancellation of the October 5, 2024 local government election,
yes.
Which Fubara has accepted but complied with in such a way that it didn't go down well with the
he's calling for elections immediately.
Apart from calling for election, he handed over to the heads
of personnel.
Yes, heads of
the local government. Not
an elected official.
Yes.
That didn't go down well with them.
What were they thinking he was going to do?
Well, he didn't. Well,
because the tenure
yes.
of the former local government chairman had expired.
Yeah, you see, that is the quagmire of what is it called?
Governors.
No, in Rivers.
Okay.
Those local government that their tenure were expired. Remember, they were claiming that tenure was not expired. Do you remember?
No, I think the House of Assembly extended.
That's what I'm saying.
State.
Now, which House of Assembly? Is it not these people that are in restore?
That's
right. So, do you want people that are installed not to believe in what they did?
No, but even the time that they gave them for expansion.
Philip, I don't know if you understand.
Philip, educate us on it. The time they gave to them had expired. Yes. Right?
Yes.
They were asking
but they didn't serve it out. Okay, let me come in.
They wanted an extension.
Okay, now let me.
I want to hear Philip.
Yeah, okay.
I want to hear Philip.
You see, it's a very pathetic situation in Rivers State. I have not seen or heard where local House of Assembly, in their comfort of their hollow chamber, will extend a lifespan of a local government when the laws of the states are very clear that the lifespan of a local government is 3 years. So what power, where do they derive that power from? I do not know. So like you said, it's a quagmire. What were they expecting the governor to do? To bring people who have served out their tenure to come and serve until they conduct election? I don't get it. Are you getting me? So, but this is the situation, like I said, it's all about emotions. The truth remains that they were meeting before meeting, and they were meeting after meeting.
Yes.
They were meeting before the
judgment. They were meeting after judgment.
You see, if myself and Okafor comes before you, we have issue, we both have support, and you have resolved with us. We will take time to explain to our follower. Some of them, who are overzealous, who want to push to see that things doesn't go the way, because they were benefiting from the system, the crisis. But now that this peace is about to come, they are about to lose their income. So this is what is playing out. If you look at the tone of the Niger Delta group, they are using Niger Delta, but it was Ijaw National Congress and Ijaw Youth Council who are saying this is the first time an Ijaw man is governing River State since the River State was created out of the former River State, and that anything that happens if it's in peace, they are just speculating. There's nowhere the House of Assembly has said that they are going to impeach this man. They
don't want to be taken off guard. Because it has happened before.
It's all speculation. What happened before was also a speculation that the man had that the people are planning to impeach him, and he went and bombed the house. That two wrong never makes a right. You don't destroy public property because you hear the rumor. You see, it doesn't make you right. That's an offense in itself. You see, they are just speculating. The matter, like we said here before, this budget, you are the one that prepared another. You present it. What is why will the law require you to present a budget to the House of Assembly? For purpose of scrutiny. If your budget that you have prepared to be presented, they will scrutinize it. If there's anything that they see is not for the benefit of people, they will remove it.
Well, there are a lot of things unsaid on camera.
Yeah.
Whether speculations, whether we saw action being played out. And from their body language and actions, we've also not seen that they backed down on their threats. For example, they gave the governor 7 days ultimatum to make sure he does some particular things. I wonder where they generate those powers from.
Well, you see, essentially, any unit of tax, sometimes when they give this time, we misinterpret it. Any unit of tax is invalid if it doesn't have three things. Yes.
Time frame.
3 things. 1, the scope of work to be done, what you are required to do. 2, the cost of doing it. 3, the time you must do it. This is what we call 3 cardinal points of tax. So when I ask you to do something, I didn't tell you when to deliver it. It's invalid information. It's invalid assignment. Do you understand? I can't tell you to go and build national stadium for Olympics of 2026, and I didn't tell you that you must deliver this project by 2025 December. You can deliver the project 2027, and it becomes useless to the Olympics. So the Olympics would have gone.
If you are my boss,
when they say ultimatum.
No. I want to explain the ultimatum. If you are my boss,
yes.
You see, the reason we ask this question is for clarity,
yes,
and for the people that are listening to us to also have good analysis. Yes. If you are my boss,
yes,
and I said, Okafor, you must pay me as at when due in an ending of the month.
Yes.
If not,
yes,
and the funds haven't come to the company.
Yes.
And I can't pay you.
Yes.
As someone that is above me, can you control me?
Unfortunately, you people just think that governor is above. Governor is the head of executive government. The speaker is the head of another equal government called legislature.
That's how it should play out.
That's how it is.
But that's not how it is.
No, that's how it is. So the speaker is not a servant and it's not under Governor Fubara.
But
the speaker
that's
is the head.
That's not how it plays out now.
No, but let me see. Let me tell you. Ask me a question.
Okay.
So the speaker requesting a head of another arm of government, co-equal arm of government, requesting that this thing should be done. Let me tell you, if you're able to say who is higher, you would rather say legislature is higher, because if I'm supervising you, I'm your organ.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
You would rather say legislature is higher. So if I give you assignment, I can give you time to do it. But the question begins to come whether the time is reasonable or not. Like I said earlier, this is already a presented budget. You had done it before. It's not like
that was 2024.
2025. The 2025 budget.
2025, okay.
Yeah. If you have done it, you just did it a while ago.
Yes.
You could just do it now.
If I may come in, you see, even when you are saying time frame, even it is provided in the constitution, time with government to present their budget.
That's right.
To the legislative and for purpose of scrutiny, so that you can go into execution for the next year.
Okay, but that's when all things
and now Fubara is saying that he's confident of victory. Victory. Are you talking of victory in this quarter or victory for 2027 election? The truth remains that he's trying to whip up the sentiment of revival. And let me tell you, I've always said it clearly. I'm not against Fubara for fighting godfatherism, because the fight against godfatherism is fight for the people. I've said it very, very clearly. Even though he loses his office while doing so, he has done well.
And he has also said so.
He has done well. Let's not make that mistake. But talking about victory, what victory is he talking about? I think this is the time to work together. This is time to shed the sword. Stop talking in a harsh tone.
You see, but you see, what we get from here is analysis and how things should work.
Yes.
Number one, you are talking of how the legislative arm should work.
Yes.
We've also known, it's not a secret, that the legislative arm have been swallowed up by the executive.
That's the fraction. That's the gap we're trying to close.
Hold on. Let me finish that.
Yeah.
Not at just the state level, even at the federal level.
Yes.
So can I come in here?
Okay.
So why are we here?
That's why we're here. That gap is what we're trying to close. That's right.
Over and over. So there are three arms of government.
So the swallowed.
Are you advocating that what is happening to continue to happen?
No.
Or it should happen the way it
The swallowed up should not be the benchmark. Our law is the benchmark.
No, what I'm
should be taking full course.
No, what I'm advocating is the fact that it should not be sweet. It should not be lawful for you when it favors you only.
I
don't know if you understand.
I get that, but as it
Why are
is.
we here?
Yes.
legislature is an equal arm of government from that of executive, and that is our law. It is the breach of it that brought us here.
I've always said that.
Yes.
I've always said that.
Yes.
But from practically what's happening in Rivers,
we cannot take. Our law cannot be that practical.
That's why we say
our law is not that they are practical situation.
Because there are precedents to this.
No, we don't want those precedents.
No. We can't. You see, I've told you guys.
We can't accept failure as our standard.
Amadu Bello said something.
Yeah.
He said we cannot say we are not different.
Yes.
Hausa, Igbo, we are different. Let us look at what brings us together.
That's right.
But in this case, the law is the same law.
Yeah.
The fact that they have abused the law does not make
we will not take the abused version as our law.
As our law.
Yeah, the governor is the head of executive.
Exactly.
The speaker is the head of legislature.
Like I said,
and the chief judge of the state is the head of the judiciary. These are three co-equal arm of government. What is it called? The speaker of the house does not work for, in quote,
for the governor until we get to that state where we don't have precedent and all of them act in accordance to what they are supposed to do. We can stay on a level playing ground.
But what we have
to start.
Hold on. What we should also ask is that the politicians must calm down, whether it's in the judiciary or in the legislature or in the executive, to make sure everybody obeys orders.
That's right.
From this one and this other one. When speakers want to be elected, the governor should stay away. I don't know if you understand.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
The governors should stay away, and because of these precedents that have followed, it has not gone down well.
And the fact that the governor seems to be uncomfortable, except the speaker is his houseboy. Why?
Yes, even at the federal level,
he shouldn't be so.
Fabio came in on the premise of the president. We can Tajuddin came in on the premise of the president, and we know what they all did. Our eyes are not glued to it.
Yeah.
We saw how they.
But that is not our law. That's what I'm telling you, and that's why we are here. So we will not accept failure. We will not accept abuse version. As our law.
But we will also make sure we stand our ground that if these things come up in any other place tomorrow, we will talk about it.
That's right. That's what
I say that Mr. Fubara, go and present your budget to
simple.
Mr. Speaker, do your work without intimidation. And don't coerce Fubara to do what is not right.
But you don't, because there's still another case that's there. Fubara has called for local government election. The legislature that don't have anything to do with it, they said no.
Well, they have their laws.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's not get into that. Like he had just said what I would say. Okay, Fubara, present your budget. Let the legislature do their work. If the legislature demand what you don't want to do, don't do it. You have the mic. You have always had the mic since. You can speak out. If anybody, Godfather, ask you to do what you don't want to do, you can speak out, because the River State resources is for River State people. It's not for anybody.
All right. We hope you had some takeaway and some things that we should look at it within the ambience of the law, and how River State should be governed, and how sentiment ought not to come in. And this is Nigerian that will want to work for everybody. We'll be right back on News Insight.